little bit from preface of the book. That will help us understand why it is important to understand and read Goswami's literature, and also the glories of the author of the book, Srila Rupa Goswami. So just want to share a little bit of information. So why it is important to read Goswami's literature? Because that will help us to understand the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so what is the actual mission? The mission of Krishna consciousness is to understand the science of Lord Krishna and Krishna consciousness. And most exalted of all activities of Lord Krishna are his pastimes with the gopis. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the mood of Srimati Radharani, the best of the gopis, who established this mission of Krishna consciousness. And let's see how Srila Rupa Goswami came up with this text nectar of instruction. So Lord Chaitanya spoke to Rupa Goswami for 10 days at Dasha Ashwamedha Ghat. And Rupa Goswami internalized all the teachings of Lord Chaitanya and presented them as Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Nectar of Instruction. So this is how he came up with this book, Nectar of Instruction. And some of the glories of Srila Rupa Goswami. So in the Manglacharan prayers, we sing this, that Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapatandika. From this verse itself, we can understand like how important Srila Rupa Goswami is for Vaishnavas, for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And because this verse mentions that, you know, we beg for mercy from him, because he is the one who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya. So we can understand how important he is for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And in the Gaura Ganodesha Deepika, Sri Rupa Goswami is described to be the gopi named Sri Rupa Manjari. And in Golok Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani is lovingly served by 8 principal gopis, of whom Lalita Sakhi is her dearest friend. And this intimate maidservants of Srimati Radhika are assisted by 8 main manjaris, with Sri Rupa Manjari being the leader. And they please the sweet divine couple. So what these manjaris do? They please the sweet divine couple by carrying messages, preparing tasty beverages, stringing fragrant flower garlands, etc. They do such services, and in the spiritual world. So in their pure spiritual forms as maidservant manjaris, the 6 Goswamis plus Lokanath and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswamis comprise the inner circles of the manjaris. So since Lord Chaitanya's time, all the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas in their spiritual manjari forms serve Lalita, Vishaka and Radha Shyam Sundar under the direction of Sri Rupa Manjari. So some of the prominent Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas are manjaris like Srila Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari, Srila Jiva Goswami, Vilas Manjari, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Labanga Manjari, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is Rati Manjari, Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami is Raga Manjari, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami is Ananga Manjari, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj is Kasturi Manjari, Srila Lokanath Goswami is Manjulali Manjari, Srila Narottam Das Thakur is Chamak Manjari, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is Vinod Manjari, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji is Rasika Manjari, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur is Kamla Manjari, Srila Gaura Kishore Das Babaji is Guna Manjari, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Nayana Manjari. So these are some of the Manjari names. And just want to finish with quick Goswami Ashtak, just to offer our obeisances to the 6 Goswamis. Nana Sastra Vicharainaka Nipuna Saddharma Samstha Pakau Lokanam Hitakarinav Tribhuvane Manyau Saranya Karau Radha Krishna Padarvinde Bhajana Nandena Matalikau Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyagau Sri Jiva Gopalakau. So its translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds, and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis and are always engaged in the transcendental loving service of Sri Radha and Krishna. Um, so quickly, just summarizing. So glories of author. So with respect to Supreme Lord, they are direct disciple and intimate associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. With respect to Goswamis, Rupa Goswami is the leader of six Goswami. With respect to our movement, Krishna conscious movement is conducted under the supervision of Rupa Goswami, and he is author of many important books. And the purpose of the subject that is discussed in Nectar of Instruction is to guide our activities and to help us become pure Vaishnavas. I will continue with verse 1 tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Any comments or anything else?
Yeah, I can read the prayer. Narottam Thakur.
Let me put it here 1 minute.
Here Narottam
Okay.
Das Thakur is saying, when will I renounce all sense gratification? When will I accept only a water pot and thorn garment? When will I constantly sing Lord Krishna's holy names? When will I go to the groves of Raj and make my permanent residence there? When will I attain ecstatic love for Krishna? When will I wander in Vrindavan, detached from material affairs and only eating some roots and fruits at the end of the day? O Lord Hari, when will that auspicious day be mine? When will I become full of bliss, overwhelmed by ecstatic love, by bathing in the cool waters of the Yamuna river? When will I wander about Vrindavan with my arms upraised, calling out the name of Lord Krishna and crying? When will I see the place where Radha and Krishna secretly meet? When overwhelmed with ecstatic love, will I roll about in the dust at that place? When will I call out, O Radha, O controller of my life, where are you? O Krishna, O lifter of Govardhan hill, where are you? O my masters, where are you? When will I happily pass my days at the roots of a tree in the grove of Madhavi creepers, listening to a parrot couple jubilantly sing the glories of the nectarian pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna? When will I see Lord Govinda, the master of the gopis, accompanied by Srimati Radharani, as they both sit on the jeweled throne? Poor-hearted Narottam Das hopes that some day he will be able to obtain this so difficult to obtain desire. Yeah, so when will that day come? When I will become a pure devotee, I will renounce all sense gratification, and then I'll be able to see the Vrindavan. That verse is there, right? Vishya chhadiya kabe shuddh hobe man tabe hame hera bose Vrindavan. So then we'll be able to see the real Vrindavan, where also these pastimes of Radha Krishna are taking place right now, and where Radha Krishna is secretly meeting, and the parrots are singing of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and he just wants to be sitting under a tree. He wants to be detached and just be satisfied with the roots and fruits, that whatever is obtained by Krishna's mercy. And he's feeling separation from Radha and Krishna. So Radha, Krishna, where are you? O Govardhan hill, where? Yeah. Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's nice song. I was thinking how the more we become free from desires for sense gratification, the more we will be able to serve Radha and Krishna for their sense gratification. So, so our desires for sense gratification is interfering with the desire to serve Radha and Krishna. That's why, yeah. And when we serve them, then we get real sense gratification, like spiritual gratification. By seeing Krishna happy, and the jiva also becomes satisfied. Of course, I'm just speaking it's theory, but we can experience that if we do nice chanting, nice devotional service, whatever it is, whether you are cleaning the temple or you're chanting some nice devotional service in nice consciousness, then you feel satisfied. Hairs of the body stand on end, tears come to eyes. So, okay, that's all I want to say.
Yes, Prabhu.
Bye.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, you read this series, then I realized that, how our acharyas, they are completely surrendered, and through words, body, and mind. They don't have any desire. I mean, the first one, when will I accept only a water pot and torn garment, and eating some roots and fruits at the end of the day. They're just completely, dedicate their body, words, and mind only for Krishna, Radha and Krishna. And it was like, it's like so beautiful to read this, how completely detached from, they don't have any desire, just one pointed devotion, one point, just only they just want to serve and make Krishna happy. Yes, and yeah, Krishna is the whole, so if he is happy, then all the part and parcel will be happy. Thank you, Mataji, for sharing this.
Thank you, Prithvi. So I'll continue the pastime from yesterday. Krishna became a beggar and was saying, I want Radha Prem. And Krishna then came to Radharani, and when her veil was removed, Radharani saw Krishna. Immediately his Tribhanga Lalita form came out, the sannyasi form disappeared, and he was standing in a graceful threefold bending form with a flute, peacock feather, yellow garments, and nice ornaments. Then Krishna's eyes fell on the eyes of Radharani, and there was eye-to-eye union. Immediately her sulkiness disappeared, and Vishakha became amazed. What is this? So this is what Rai Ramananda saw when Mahaprabhu showed him his real form. So Vishakha has come in Gaura Leela as Ramananda Rai. And Ramananda Rai, to him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed his Krishna form. Ramananda Rai told Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, at first I saw you appear like a sannyasi, but now I'm seeing you as Shyamasundar, the cowherd boy. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Ramananda Rai saw Shyamasundar. As soon as sannyasi form disappeared, Krishna's Shyamasundar form appeared. Ramananda Rai is Vishakha Sakhi in Vraj Leela, so he has seen these things. Tumara samukhe dekhi kanchan Panchalika Tanra Gaurat Kante Tumara Sarva Anga Dhaka. So this is Chaitanya Charitamrita verse where he's saying, I saw you appearing like a golden doll, and your entire body appeared to be covered by a golden luster. Now I see that you are holding a flute to your mouth, and your lotus eyes are moving very restlessly due to various ecstasies. Krishna told Srimati Radharani, O Radhe, you are Krishna Ladini. All your leelas are meant for my pleasure. You don't want to touch the body of anyone but me. Similarly, I don't want to touch the body of any lady but you, Radhe. Sometimes I go to Chandravali's Kunj just in order to heighten your Vamya Bhav. Thereby, your leftist mood is heightened and I get some pleasure out of it. Now, the highest mood has been expressed today. I could not find any other means to break your sulkiness. Therefore, I put up on this sannyas vesh and became a beggar, Prem Bhikhari. Previously, when Radharani was crying, Vishaka told Krishna, one day you'll have to cry like that. And so now he is always crying in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is how Krishna has to cry. Krishna has to cry and become a sannyasi, begging for Radha Prem. Otherwise, I cannot pay back the debt. Na parai hum, Krishna says, I have become indebted. So there's a verse, and this verse Krishna says to the gopis when he returns, when Krishna disappeared from the Ras Leela, and gopis, they sang the Gopi Geet, and Krishna returned, and he says that Na parayam nirvadya samyujam. So this verse says that, O gopis, I'm not able to repay my debt for your spotless service, even within a lifetime of Lord Brahma. Your connection with me is beyond reproach. You have worshipped me, cutting off all the domestic ties which are difficult to break. Therefore, please let your own glorious deeds be your compensation. Here Krishna says, I cannot pay back the debt, O gopis. You have so much love for me that you broke all the rules and regulations, all Vedic regulative principles. At the dead of night, you have come running to me. This is Raganuga Bhakti, no rules and regulations. So Krishna has become indebted, and to pay back this debt, he came in the form of a sannyasi. A completely different form, not bent in three places, no nice curling hair. Now his head is shaved, his yellow garment is saffron color, and he is begging for Radha Prem. That is Radha Bhav. He had to come in this sannyasi form, otherwise he could not pay back the debt. Now Krishna is moving in that form, which is the combination of Radha and Krishna. This is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the mood of a Manjari. In the meantime, Purnamashi had ordered Vrinda Devi to engage all the Manjaris in decorating the kunja where Radha and Krishna will sit and swing. So they have decorated the kunja and swing for Radha and Krishna. This is the Manjari Bhav Seva. Our mood is this Manjari Bhav, and we just offer service to Radha and Krishna in that mood. And then Maharaj is writing the prayer, Radha Krishna Pranamo Rajigula Kishore Jivana Marana Gati or Naimur. So that song he writes, that this song is speaking about Manjari Bhav, Manjari Seva, that the divine couple Shri Shri Radha Krishna are my life and soul. In life and death there is no other refuge but them. And how the Manjaris, are serving them to unite them in the forest of Kadamba trees on the bank of Yamuna. They're placing the divine couple on a throne made of brilliant jewels, anointing their body with sandalwood paste, scented with chuya, fanning them with chamar whisk, and beholding their moon-like faces, stringing together garlands of malati flowers and placing it around their necks, offering them tambula, scented with camphor to their lotus mouth, and then with the permission of Lalita and Vishaka Sakhi serving their lotus feet. This is Narottam Das's song as well. So Radha and Krishna sat in a nice jhula swing. Radha and Krishna are sitting on a swing while the gopis are swinging them. Their feet are decorated with golden ankle bells which make a tinkling sound. Runjun, Runjun. On the hand of Shyam is a golden bangle. Similarly, on the hand of Radha is a golden armlet. Shyam is wearing a garland of forest flowers around his neck. And similarly, Radharani's neck is decorated with a necklace of pearls. Krishna is holding a flute to his lips. The sweet singing of the flute is calling Radhe, Radhe, Esho, Esho, Radhe. Oh Radhe, Radhe, come, come, Radhe. Yashoda Mata has bound Krishna's curling hair very nicely, and Radharani's hair is hanging in a braid. At that time, all the other gopis came, and ankle bells on their feet were producing a tinkling sound. Now the gopis are dancing and singing the glories of Radha and Krishna. Some are bringing water, some are engaging in swinging the swing, and others are engaged in fanning with the chamar. Some are playing mridanga, some kartal, and some are clapping their hands. Lalita Sundari is offering Pancha Pradeepa Arati, when by the mercy of my Guru will I serve Radha and Krishna in the mode of a manjari. So we can think that when the arati is going on in the temple, here it says Lalita Devi is doing the arati, and some are playing mridang, some gopis are playing mridanga, some are kartal, some are clapping their hands, some are fanning the chamar. So when the arati is going on, we can think that Radha and Krishna are there, and they are united, and we are very happy to see them. And then arati is going on, and how I can contribute. You know, by clapping my hands, by dancing for them, by singing for them, by playing kartal, like that, trying to please them. So thank you, Prabhuji.
Nice. This is embankment of separation, right? By this book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else from what we heard? Anybody like to say any reflection?
Yeah, Krishna says that, ye yatha mam prapadyante, I will reciprocate as you surrender to me. But here Krishna is saying that I am not able to reciprocate. I am indebted. You have so much love for me that you gave up everything for me. You came at the dead of night, running to me as I played my flute. I cannot repay this debt.
Yeah, Amrendra Prabhu was saying that, if you take $100 from somebody, you can repay back in some time. If you take $1,000 from somebody, you take a little bit more time to repay. If you take $100,000 from somebody, you take even more time to repay. So, so gopis have given everything to Krishna. So Krishna is in debt, or Krishna has taken everything from the gopis, like he has stolen, however you think. But so, since the pure devotee has given everything to Krishna, to repay that, Krishna takes more time, and that's why he expanded the night to Brahma's night, the Ras Leela. He was saying that. Because he's taking more and more time to repay. Still, he can't repay. So he's always indebted. Okay.
So they're saying that Krishna has become indebted. So to pay back the debt, he is coming in the sannyasi form. Where he is begging for Radha Prem.
Yeah, so anybody can become pure devotee. And Krishna will become sold out to that pure devotee. Krishna becomes controlled. He gives himself basically to a pure devotee. So anybody who becomes a pure devotee, then Krishna becomes sold out. Like to Vasudev Dutt, he said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said he can sell me in the market, right? Advaita Acharya, all this. So we have Chorashtakam also, Bilva Mangal Thakur says. I've captured you and you can't escape. So Krishna becomes a prisoner in the heart of his devotee. So for millions of eons, I will keep you there in my heart, which is very dark. Krishna can't escape for those who have love for him. So, okay. So, the goal of life is to develop that love for Krishna.
Prabhuji, once we should read this Chaurashtakam, Prabhuji, these days.
Okay, sure. Purushottam month is also coming, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in Purushottam month it's prescribed to read that.
So on 18th, I think so.
We can read every day.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, when is starting? July 18th?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji, July 18th.
You can remind me. You can read, sing, and read the translation. So we will learn the song also fully. Okay. So I heard something about Purushottam month is that when Narsinghadev, you may know this, but I'm just saying, Narsinghadev, no, not Hiranyakashipu asked Lord Brahma that give me the boon that I will not be killed in daytime, nighttime, inside, outside. So one boon he asked was, let me not be killed in the 12 months of the year. Correct?
Yes.
Oh, you heard that class?
Of Amarinda Prabhu, right?
So he was saying, so Krishna introduced this Purushottam month, the 13th month to kill him. And Narsinghadev killed Hiranyakashipu in the Purushottam Mass. So then maybe we would think that Narsingha Chaturdashi should come only once every 3 years. How is that? That's a question, I don't know. Because Purushottam Mass comes only after so many years. So, and then he was saying that how Hiranyakashipu represents the false ego. Yeah, you want to say? How Hiranyakashipu represents the false ego. So the false ego cannot be destroyed inside, outside, daytime, nighttime, like that. So only Narsinghadev can destroy Hiranyakashipu. So he was saying this Purushottam month, if we observe properly, then our false ego, which is never destroyed, false, everything can be destroyed, but the false, like our body can be destroyed, everything, but the false ego, it doesn't get destroyed only by the mercy of the Lord and his pure devotees. So Narsinghadev destroyed Hiranyakashipu, who represents the false ego. So this Purushottam month, which is Purushottam is Krishna. So if you observe this Purushottam month nicely, then our false ego will get destroyed. False ego means the false sense of identity that I am the enjoyer, I am the controller, I am the proprietor, I am this body. This all false sense of identity will be destroyed if you observe this Purushottam month nicely. So, something about Purushottam month. Okay. Anything else anybody like to say? All right.
There's a past of the Pandavas, right? I mean, they didn't
You want to
they
tell
didn't
that?
have faith in. No, I don't know that. I mean, I think Yudhishthir Maharaj asked Krishna, "Why do we have to go through so much suffering?" When they were in the forest, and Krishna said, "In your last life, you failed to honor Purushottam." And then there's a pastime of Draupadi, where she, in her previous life, she was not getting married, right? Her father died while he was doing so much tapasya that he didn't care for his daughter's marriage. Then Draupadi came across Durvasa Muni, who was the friend of his father. And Durvasa Muni said, okay, you can get married, but you have to, follow the Purushottam Mass. And then Draupadi was like, Purushottam Mass is Mal Mass. Like, she expressed that she didn't have any faith in that. So Durvasa Muni got angry, right? And gave her a curse or whatever. He got angry, and then Draupadi fell down at his feet. And then what happened?
Worship Lord Shiva.
She worshipped Lord Shiva. Yeah. So Lord Shiva, and then when she saw Lord Shiva, she said, I want a husband, I want a husband. 5 times she said that because she was so desperate. So Lord Shiva said, Tathastu, Tathastu, Tathastu. You'll get 5 husbands. She said, no, 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 I just wanted one husband. So in that lifetime, I think, yeah, the curse was that she'll become old. Durvasa Muni gave her the curse that she'll become old. So she died in that lifetime, but in the next lifetime, she got 5 husbands.
And then she had to go through the humiliation of being dragged in the assembly until Krishna protected her. But because she did not believe in the words of Durvasa Muni, that's how it is said, right? That she did not believe that Purushottam month.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, Pandavas and Draupadi had to go through so much suffering because they did not have faith in the Purushottam's glories.
Okay, anyway, yeah, this is the past time.
I heard that Draupadi was asking the boon of her. I mean, I heard that. I'm not sure about it. So it says that, like, she wants 5 qualities in her husband. So that 5 qualities, it's not possible to be in one person. So there's, like, the 5 different qualities in 5, like Pandavas are the 5. So all get married to Draupadi.
Okay, yeah.
So what are the basic things we need to observe in Purushottam?
I mean, just do the more devotional service in the form of hearing, chanting. You can read 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which is Purushottam Yoga. But the idea in Kartik or any month is ultimately to increase your devotional service and observe some austerity as much as you can. That's
You
how.
did say that this month is like 1,000 times more auspicious than Kartik month
Yeah.
because it comes less frequently. So performing austerity is increasing your chanting. Trying to give up
Austerity.
your bad habits. It's also a habit forming month. Any month, we do austerity is a habit forming. So give up bad habits, take up new good habits.
Yeah, they don't do anything in the Purushottam month. Like, it is called Malamas. So no material endeavors in this month. No plans for material things, business or anything like that. Nothing you do. Just concentrate on Krishna. That's all. So, because that's why it's called Malamas, that it will not give, material things will not give results. So, increase chanting, hearing Hari Katha. You can offer lamp every day, like in Kartik. Take some austerity, as much as you can do. But main thing is to increase devotional service. And of course, yeah, give up all sense gratification this month. Eat simply. Like that. There must be some article
Yeah, on this conversatory there is.
that you want to share.
Yeah. Posting.
Let's read the glories of Purushottam. Purushottam, the holy month, occurs once every 3 years, and that is to adjust the lunar and the solar calendar, right? Because one month is added. I think we follow the lunar calendar, and there is the solar calendar which is off by some days every year. So 1 month is added. It is also called Malamas, dirty month, by the performers of Karma Kanda because they cannot get any material fruitive results from their worship during this month. So Krishna may not give you any results because it is our acharyas. Okay, we have so many articles. Our acharyas elucidate that it's called Malamas because devotional activities performed in this month destroy the dirt and contamination caused by sins. Like Kartik also, it's also the month of Krishna. That's the month of Radharani. It is called Adhika Mas because Krishna has placed. So we can take a vow from July 18th to whatever, whenever it ends. When it ends. Okay.
It's August, I guess.
So every day we can chant nicely. We can rise early in the morning. If it is possible for you, I mean, depending on your. Or chant extra rounds and do more seva in the temple or outside, do more book distribution, do more preaching, all these things. So, seva, whatever. Yeah, thank you. 18th July to 16th August. So, it is to give up all desires and thoughts of sense gratification also. So, we have to pray. Of course, it's very difficult, but we have to pray to Krishna and think that this month is my last month of my life. How serious I will become if it's the last month of my life. Then we'll be really we'll be chanting whole day and night, right? Sometimes you think like, yeah, if this last 7 days of my life, what will I do? Either you will read Bhagavatam or something. You'll just chant Hare Krishna all the time. Because time is coming to a close. So at the end of life, we should go to Vrindavan and just chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. 24 hours a day. And service, do some service also because Prabhupada also wanted us to do some service. So a lot of people come there. So you can distribute books if you like to distribute books, or you can find some devotees to engage you in some DT seva like that, whatever. Actually, they clean the temple. I was thinking we can clean the temple, but in Vrindavan they have some other people who come from outside to clean the temple. But some service we can do like that. So it is called Adhik Mas. So hoping that Krishna will shower some mercy on me. We have to be in the mood that Krishna, I need your mercy. All Narottam Das Thakur is saying, it's so difficult to get, right? We read that song. So difficult to get what did he say? In poor-hearted Narottam Das hopes. Dina Narottam Das Koroya Durlabha Asha. Oh, my Asha is like this, but it is very difficult to attain this hope. He mati hobe koto dine. Someday, koto dine. Someday he'll be able to obtain this so difficult to obtain desire. Although he is very qualified, Narottam Das, being a liberated person, but he's saying, oh, this is so difficult to obtain desire. Krishna will someday grant like that. So in that mood only, if you think that I am very qualified, then you can become proud and then you cannot get. It is called Adhik Extra Mass because Sri Krishna has placed all his potencies, mercy, blessings in this month. And also we are disqualified because so many anarthas are there in the heart. The pure devotees, when they speak, because they are pure in heart, and we can identify with the anarthas in our heart. So we want to make genuine spiritual advancement. If you want to make genuine spiritual advancement, means really we want to become. Time is running out. So these are months and Ekadashi days. We just want to genuinely make spiritual advancement. And we will know ourselves when we are making progress, because we will become free from all the desires, material desires. That is the test, Prabhupada says. That is the test of spiritual advancement, is you become free from material desires. Vairagya develops. Because if bhakti is developing, then Gyan and Vairagya will come automatically. So Vairagya has to come. Bhakti is coming. So if not happening, that means, we have to see what we are doing wrong, how we can correct ourselves, how we can get more mercy of Krishna. We should be eager to get the mercy. That's the Tatra Laulyam Vimulyam Ekalam. So it is called Adhika, extra mass, because Sri Krishna has placed all his potencies, mercy, blessings in this month. And also because one gets more result from any pious act. Only devotional service gives results in this Purushottama. So nothing else gives result other than devotional service. Krishna's favorite month. Of all months, Purushottam is Krishna's favorite month. In the Gita, Krishna says, I am celebrated both in this world and in the Vedas as that supreme person. Purushottam, the Lord of the universe. Jagannath is also known as Purushottam. His abode, Puri, is also known as Purushottam Dham. Purushottam Kshetra Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. What do you say? Yeah. Just as Krishna is the supreme among all incarnations, Purushottam is supreme and holiest among all months. The glories of Purushottam month based on authoritative bona fide scriptures. Lord Krishna declares, Purushottam month has all the power, I have to bless its observer. One who follows Purushottam Vrat will destroy all his past sinful reactions. So we all have done many lifetimes and so many. So, of course, chanting holy name every day, so many things. So circumambulating Tulsi. We should chant before Tulsi in this month. Thinking like that. Prabhupada says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, this chanting before Tulsi is a very powerful practice and one should not miss out this opportunity. He writes in one purport. I think it's in the Mrigari section, or is it in the Haridas Thakur section?
Haridas Thakur section, where this prostitute was offering obeisances to Tulsi, and Haridas Thakur told him, her निरंतर नाम लो करो तुलसी सेवन आचरित पावे तबे कृष्णेरा चरण. Chant the Hare Krishna mantra continuously and render service to Tulsi by watering her and offering prayers to her. In this way, you will very soon get the opportunity to be sheltered at the lotus feet of Krishna.
Because she is Vrinda Devi, who has come in this material world as Tulsi Devi. So she is the one who is conductor of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So without her mercy, we can't go. So like that. Water, we can water, it takes only 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes, to sing Tulsi Arti, offer a lamb, right? And circumambulate Tulsi, how much time it takes? It takes hardly any time. 2 minutes. So we can chant our 16 rounds before Tulsi Devi. Looking at Tulsi. Without performing Purushottam Vrat, one cannot perform pure devotional service. The value of Purushottam month is far more valuable than all other types of austerities and religious activities mentioned in Vedas. Anyone who observes Purushottam Vrat will return to my abode, Goloka, at the end of his life. So try our best to do austerity and chant Hare Krishna and do more and more seva. Every opportunity for seva we can take as much as possible. So, and there are different kinds of seva. We do it in the temple, outside the temple. Distribute Prabhupada's books. Durvasa Muni pronounces, just by bathing in a holy river during Purushottam month, one becomes sinless. The glory of all other months is not equal to 1/16th of the glory of Purushottam month. By bathing in a holy place, giving charity and chanting the holy name of Krishna. So give some charity to the temple. So those of you who want to come to Cincinnati on July 21st, TOVP is coming. So that's in the Purushottam month. So you can give some charity for building the TOVP temple. If you want to come, we can go. I'm going, so you can give some charity, maybe a small charity, but something you can always give in, because it's a Purushottam month and everything counts. And chanting the holy name of Krishna during Purushottam month, all miseries are destroyed. One attains all kinds of perfection and fulfills all his desires. Valmiki Muni remarks, by observing Purushottam Vrat, one attains more benefit than performing 100 horse sacrifices, by which you become Indra, maybe, I don't know, 100 horse sacrifices, Ashwamedha Yagna. Prithu Maharaj was doing in Indra, was worried that he will take my position. So he came as a sadhu. So that is, of course, Gokoti Danam Grahane Khagasya. Gokoti Danam Grahane Khagasya. What is that?
प्रयाग गंगोदका कल्पवासः यज्ञायुतं मेरा सुवर्ण दानं गोविंद कीर्ते नाशनम सुतांशु.
So of course chanting the holy name gives all the benefits also. But thank you. Gokoti Danam Grahane Khagasya. If you give millions of cows in charity on a solar eclipse, Grahan, if you recite at Prayag and Ganga's confluence for one kalpa, or if you give a mountain of gold in charity in Yagna, Meru, then still you can't match what you get by chanting the holy name and by serving Krishna. Anyone who faithfully performs Purushottam Vrat will go back to Golok Vrindavan. Narad Muni vocalizes, Purushottam month is the best of all months, vratas and austerities. So we should think this is our last chance at becoming purified. Let me observe this vrata. Because it's all said, so just by faithfully hearing the glories of Purushottam month, one attains Krishna Bhakti and immediately nullifies his sinful reactions. One who performs Purushottam Vrat properly will attain unlimited Sukriti and go to the spiritual world. Naimisharanya sages ununitedly speak, merciful Purushottam acts like his desire tree to fulfill a devotee's desire. So it can fulfill desires also, but we don't want to. Rather, we should say in this month, Krishna, please take away all my material desires. Please take away. That desire also will be fulfilled if we have that desire. Krishna, please take away all my material desires. That's a desire, right? It's a desire to take away all material desires. So it says, Purushottam acts like a desire tree to fulfill a devotee's desire. And devotee's desire is that you take away all my material desires. So then you can become pure devotee. The significance benefits of Purushottam month. Purushottam month is worshipped all over the universe by devotees, sages, demigods, and even Lakshmi Devi herself. If one sincerely worships, I remember in India, they do Adhik Maas. And at that time I didn't understand Adhik Maas, Shravan Maas, Adhik Maas. They used to say Adhik Maas. My grandmother, they said this is there's very, very special month, Adhik Maas. Then now coming to ISKCON, we understand all this more. If one sincerely worships the Lordships, Radha and Krishna in Purushottam month, he attains everything, all pious credits and virtues. So we can offer a lamp, a flower to Krishna. Purushottam month is the best month for all, for spiritual advancement, because in highly auspicious month, Lord Krishna overlooks all the aparadhas. Devotional service, devotional practice during the month is said to bring to offenders the chance to be forgiven. So we have all offended Krishna. We have come to the material world, and so many devotees also we may have offended. We may think I have not offended, but if they are offended, then we have offended them. So, like Rupa Goswami, that lame man laughing. So, all these offenses can be forgiven So it's a special month where special benefits are given. One who observes Purushottam Vrat burns up the reaction of all his bad karmas and attains the direct service of Srimati Radha and Krishna. Of course, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says also, anybody who chants the Guru Ashtakam attains also residence in Vrindavan Dham. What is that verse? Last verse. In the Guru Ashtakam. So we can do Manglarti in Purushottam month as much as possible. And go to temple, do Manglarti. Yeah.
श्रीमद् गुरु अष्टकमितदुच्चे ब्रह्मे मुहूर्ते पठति प्रयत्न यस्तेन वृंदावनाथ साक्ष सेवावलभ्य जनसुनतेव. One who with great care and loudly recites this beautiful prayer to the spiritual master during the Brahma Muhurat obtains direct service to Krishna, the Lord of Vrindavan, at the time of his death.
Okay, so everywhere this kind of things are there. So it is to inspire us to take the advantage of all this Kartik Maas, Purushottam Maas. And you may say, well, every time there is something or other going on. Yeah. So that means all the time we are supposed to. But like Ekadashi is like a booster. So we should think, yeah, it's special day of Lord Hari, Madhav Titi Bhakti Janani. So, Jatane Palana Kuri. Okay, so that's one about Purushottam month. Like that, we can read some tomorrow also. Chant more number of rounds than regular days. Kirtaniya Sadahari. Complete your fixed chanting rounds in Brahma Muhurat before 7 a.m. So we have over 7 a.m. So if we chant early in the morning, 3 o'clock if we get up, you can get 4 hours straight chanting of Mahamantra. Unless you want to do Manglarati also. But anyhow, so sleep on the floor with proper bedding. Get up before sunrise and take bath. Attend as many Manglarati in the temple. Follow celibacy for a month. So in the mind and in grossly and subtly, offer ghee lamp to Lord for 1 or 2 times in a day. And sing Brahma Samhita. So we do Damodar Ashtakam. So here also read and meditate on Bal Leela from Krishna book, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Do minimum 1 or 3 parikrama of temple daily whenever you visit temple. Visit Dham and take holy bath, holy kund or river. Eat regular meal but once in a day, in afternoon time or evening time. Health should not be compromised in the name of austerity. Avoid oil in food. Okay. Use ghee. Okay, ghee is more popular. Give donation to temple as per your capacity. Do some fixed service, seva in the temple as per your capacity. Message from His Holiness Bhakti Dir Damodar Maharaj. Please read Bhagavad Gita chapter 15 every day. Increase your chanting both in quality and quantity. Don't eat grains for the whole month. Read Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita daily. Sprinkle Radha Kund, Yamuna, Ganga water on your body daily. So we may have Ganga water also. Chant Radha Krishna bhajans. Chant Radha Krishna Pranam. No idle talks, criticism, no blasphemy of anyone. Jai Pataka Maharaj. So, austerity performed during Kartik Mass gives 1,000 times benefit in austerity performed during Purushottam Mass gives 1,000 times benefit of Kartik Mass. So, health should not be okay. Chant Hare Krishna, keep celibacy, cutting of hair, daily offer dandavats, to Vaishnavas, Krishna. Daily offer Artik and Parikrama around Tulsi Devi. Daily perform Parikrama. Daily offer ghee lamp. Try your best to please Radha Krishna. Daily read Srimad Bhagavatam. Brahma's prayer, that 10th canto, 14th chapter. And Bhagavad Gita chapter 15. 15, why this is prayers of Brahma is recommended. Brahma Samhita is also recommended. But is there any reason? Give charity as per your capacity.
Glorification of Krishna.
Huh?
Glorification of Krishna, right, in Brahma Samhita, the chapter 14.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So which means Nirapeksha Vrat, which means 30 days of concentrated one-pointed worship and service to Radha Govinda by hearing, chanting, remembering. So drop everything else, all that is not necessary. You may have to work, so whatever is necessary for work. But other things can drop and wait. The ghee lamps. What is this? Congressional Development Ministry. Japa Maharaj is more focused, so this is what he says. Okay. He wants Purushottam month to be celebrated with ghee lamps in the same way as Damodar. Okay, so we can see maybe Chaurashtakam can be sung instead of Damodar Ashtakam. He also wants devotees to particularly focus on preaching. That means attracting new people to participate this month in some devotional activity, to inspire them to chant Hare Krishna, to read Srila Prabhupada's books. He does not want devotees to indulge in difficult austerities, but rather increase the devotional activities and make it easier for others to perform some bhakti this month. He suggested that devotees create teams and prepare kits to visit people's home to celebrate, like we do in Kartik month. We go every day and help. Everybody offers a lamp to Krishna. So he called this month the super sale of Krishna consciousness. He suggested devotees gather by sectors to perform morning or evening programs on the weekend, try to attend the temple program. He wanted to hear suggestions from preachers. And then Purushottam month, then next month, again we can continue, it's not like only we stop after Purushottam month. We can continue, and then the idea is that whole life we can continue. We just extend. So it's like that. Of course, we can't do it whole life because we may not be that determined, or so many other things, priorities may be there. But that is the idea, to get some taste in Purushottam month from doing bhakti, and then think that how I can get that taste again, keep that taste going. Like Narad Muni, he got the taste one time, and then he was hankering for that taste again. Saw the Lord, and then that taste should keep you hankering, and then you keep doing it, and in this way, life will go like that. Hankering and getting taste, and hankering, getting taste, and then we'll find ourselves in the spiritual world. He wanted to hear suggestions from the preachers, leaders, grihasthas, and busy working devotees to please Srila Prabhupada by bringing he wants celebration as a massive offering of love to please Srila Prabhupada by bringing as many people as possible to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ISKCON movement. So we can inspire others to chant the holy name. We chant ourselves and we inspire others to chant the holy name. We do some service in the temple. Okay. And if we are inspired, then seeing our inspiration, others will also get inspiration. Our family and everybody will also get inspiration. So we have to be the example. They say you have to preach by example. So Of course, we are not doing it to show to others how advanced I am. That's a subtle thing. We are doing it to please Krishna. So, alright, so we will read Bhagavatam. And then we can see other articles on enchanting history of Purushottam. Yeah, this is the pastime. Let's read. The history of extra Adhik month of Purushottam, which occurs once in 3 years, is based upon a fascinating story from Padma Puran. I think it's the same you were saying. The eastern hemisphere of this planet follows a spiritual calendar based upon lunar calculations, wherein each year is divided into 12 months of 30 days each. Once unexpectedly, an extra 13th lunar month appeared and sought to be accommodated within the year. There was chaos. Human beings, including sages and demigods, refused to recognize this illegitimate month. So that month, the personification of month, went to Vishnu and said, everybody is saying this, they don't recognize me. Everyone refrained from observing any muhurats or mahotsavs in this month, declaring it to be the most inauspicious and untouchable. They dubbed it Malmas. Mal means dirt, or the month that is obnoxious. Unable to bear the barrage of infamy and insult, the hapless, means that unlucky, female month fell at the lotus feet of 400 Vishnu. Weeping piteously for help, she fainted, trying to explain her woes. The kind and soft-hearted Garud brought her back to consciousness by fanning her with his wings. Lord Vishnu suggested that she approach Lord Hari for a solution. So she fainted. She was crying, and she fainted, and the Garuda, with his wings, fanned her and brought her back to consciousness. So Lord Vishnu suggested that she approach Lord Hari. Of course, Vishnu is Hari, for solution. So he went to Golok Vrindavan with the personification, Vishnu and the personification of that month, which is a female. They both went to Golok Vrindavan. He personally took her to Golok Vrindavan, the jubilant touchstone abode of Krishna, where every step is a dance and every word a song. The dark-complexioned son of Nanda and Yashoda was playing exquisite melodies on his flute, enchanting the minds of the cowherds and stealing away the hearts of the gopis with enticing smiles upon being appraised of the utterly despicable condition of Malmas. Lord Hari cast his compassionate glance upon her. So when they went, Krishna was playing his flute. And by playing his flute, he was stealing the minds of the gopis and the cowherd boys and other cowherds. So, when she was told about the miserable situation, Lord Hari cast his compassionate glance upon her. In a deep, reassuring voice, he exhorted her, "Arise, O lady, today I award you my very own name, Purushottam. From now onwards, till of eternity, you will be worshipped as the most illustrious and auspicious of all months." So from being neglected and ignored and considered contaminated, now from a negative, very negative, what you can say, negative understanding by everyone. Negative influence now became the most positive. Okay, your endless glories will be sung in all the three worlds. So everybody, anyone who worships, okay, from now onwards, Lord, you will be worshipped as the most illustrious and auspicious of all months, by greatest of saints, sages, devotees, demigods, demons, and all pious beings. So we do devotional service in this month in the right consciousness of pleasing Krishna, getting his mercy. Your endless glories will be sung in all the three worlds. Anyone who worships or takes shelter in you will be personally blessed with pure devotion and promoted to reside with me in my supreme abode of Golok Vrindavan. If ever anyone happens to blaspheme this month, then I'll personally punish that person with hellfire and tribulation. Draupadi is a striking example of an offender of Shri Purushottam Adhik Mas. In her previous life, she was the daughter of Medhavi Rishi. Mother passed away very early in her childhood. Medhavi tended to neglect his little daughter. Even after she grew up, he finally passed away. Leaving her alone and helpless without the protection of her husband, one day the great sage Durvasa saw her sitting alone and lost in misery. She broke down and began lamenting about her pitiable condition. When Durvasa Muni recommended that she worship the Purushottam month and perform various spiritual practices, whereby all her difficulties would vanish, she became agitated and insulted the sage, saying he was a liar because that extra month, Malmas, was abominable and unfavorable for any auspicious activity. So everybody knew as Malmas. So she was thinking, yeah, what is he saying? Enraged, Durvasa warned of her sufferings that awaited her because of her blasphemy of the supremely auspicious month of Purushottam, that is why in her next birth. As the daughter of Maharaj Draupadi had to face extreme humiliation when she was being disrobed by the Kauravas in front of the assembly. But Krishna rescued her by incarnating as her endless sari because Draupadi called out to him with complete surrender. This was revealed to the exiled Pandavas by Krishna himself when he visited them in Kamyavan. By meticulously following the instructions of Lord Krishna to worship the Purushottam, the Pandavas were able to win back their kingdom at the battle of Kurukshetra, thus revealing the unlimited benedictions that anyone. So they had neglected, and that's why they were in exile, right? Then again they followed the Purushottam month, and they again got their kingdom back. Anyone receives, okay, thus revealing unlimited benediction that anyone receives by worshipping the all auspicious Purushottam Mass. The Lord concluded, whosoever shall pray, keep fast, chant, sing, worship during the month of Purushottam will be specially blessed and get maximum recognition by me. Okay. Read some Srimad Bhagavatam, few verses. Okay. Lokasya mithyabhimatir chakshusas chiram prasupatasya tamasya anashraye shrantasya karmashva anuvidhaya dhiya tvam avirashi kila yoga bhaskara. My dear Lord, you are just like the sun, for you illuminate the darkness of the conditioned life of living entities. Krishna samas Surya. Maya hai andhakar, yahan Krishna tahan nahi maya radhikar. So Krishna is like the sun. Krishna's knowledge illuminates our life. Krishna's wisdom. Bhagavad Gita. Because their eyes of knowledge are not open. They are sleeping eternally in that darkness without your shelter. And therefore they are falsely engaged by the actions and reactions of material activities, and they appear to be very fatigued. So he's just talking about the living entities in the material world who are in ignorance and they are suffering the results of their karma, and because of that they are very tired, exhausted, they are struggling. Manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. Krishna says that everybody is struggling in this material world, karshati. Not knowing our real home and where we belong, we are struggling for some sense gratification in this material world. It appears that Srimati Devahuti, the glorious mother of Lord Kapila Dev, is very compassionate for the regrettable condition of people in general, who, not knowing the goal of life, are sleeping in the darkness of illusion. Like Parikshit Maharaj was also feeling very compassionate at the end of 5th canto, how all these people suffering in hellish planets will get delivered. So that's the quality of a Vaishnava, that paradukha dukhi. He feels that everybody is suffering in this material world. Like Prabhupada, that's why he came, leaving aside his peaceful residence in Damodar, Radha Damodar temple. It is the general feeling of the Vaishnava or the devotee of the Lord that he should awaken them. They can see we are suffering. We in Maya, we cannot see we are suffering. But those who are outside Maya, they can see how, like we can see how pig is suffering. But pig itself cannot realize. So we are like the pigs in this material world. We are in Maya Sukhaya Bharam Udvahato Vimudha. We are in this illusory happiness and we are thinking we are enjoying. But those who are outside this, they are thinking we are suffering in this material existence. But we ourselves don't realize that. That's why Krishna says, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanudarshanam. Yesterday I pasted a video about seriousness of death. So Chanchalapati Prabhu was saying how as life goes on, you can actually perceive that these miseries are real. Death, old age, disease. And one who can perceive this like that is becoming very intelligent. He is now recognizing all the problems in material existence. Krishna says that is knowledge. It is a general feeling of the Vaishnava or devotee of the Lord that he should awaken them. Similarly, Devahuti is requesting her glorious son to illuminate. So Prabhupada wants to reawaken Krishna consciousness. And so we help Prabhupada. We don't feel compassion like how Prabhupada feels. When he's seeing all old men playing golf, he's crying. We may not feel like that crying. But we are just instruments of Prabhupada and we help because Prabhupada wants his books to go out. He wants everybody to come to Krishna, to take the chanting of the holy name. So we help him in fulfilling his desire. It is a general feeling of the Vaishnava or devotee of the Lord that he should awaken them. Similarly, Devahuti is requesting her glorious son to illuminate the lives of the conditioned souls so that their most regrettable conditioned life may be ended. So we are going to hell, then coming up, and going down again. The Lord is described herein as Yoga Bhaskara, the son of system of all yoga. Bhaskar is the son of the system of all yoga. Devahuti has already requested her glorious son to describe Bhakti Yoga. And the Lord has described Bhakti Yoga as the ultimate yoga system. So Bhakti Yoga is very wonderful, but it can be done in spontaneity or in practice. In spontaneity, there is a lot of pleasure. In practice, it's sadhana. Bhakti Yoga is the sun-like illumination for delivering the conditioned souls, whose general condition is described here. They have no eyes to see their own interest. Nate vidu swartha gati vishnu. They do not know that the goal of life is not to increase the material necessities of existence, because the body will not exist more than a few years. So this is a very important point in making spiritual advancement. That, death is just around the corner. In a few years I will die. So what am I working so hard for? What is all this hard labor for? What am I doing? Of course, we are working hard for Krishna, giving to Krishna money. Yes, yesterday in the class, Jayadvaita Maharaj, I pasted that link, he was saying, yes, you can be greedy, you can get lots and lots of money. If you are giving lots and lots of money to Krishna, then you can be greedy. There is no problem. Because I want to serve Krishna, I can get lots and lots of money. But for sense gratification and all that, then why we are working so hard? They do not know that the goal of life is not to increase the material necessities of existence, because the body will not exist more than a few years. We will be gone completely. Our name only will remain. As Prabhupada said yesterday in Vrindavan Bhajan, all that is left is a long list of names. Where is my mother? Where is my father? Where have they all gone? Who will tell me the news about them? So we'll be also gone, and nobody will know where we have gone. And only Krishna knows. Of course, we say this person has gone here. We don't know really who has gone where, actually speaking. Because gone means gone. That's it. So, of course, in the consciousness in which we live, we can make some assumption based on Bhagavad Gita. But still, Krishna knows ultimately where the person has gone. Because he is the one who will judge our our consciousness and everything, and where we are supposed to go. De karmana deva netrena jantur deha upavate. So they do not know that goal of life is not to increase the material necessities of existence, because the body will not exist more than a few years. So I'm here only for a short time. So what am I doing? Why I'm trying to expand my empire, and uh, you know, when I have only few more years to live, why not just, anyway, time will pass. As Sridhar said, time is passing for everybody, for the king who is living in a palace and for the bird who is living in the tree. Time is passing for both of them. But what you are doing with the time, how you are becoming absorbed in Krishna, that's the valuable use of time. So, because body will go away. For a millionaire also it will go away, and for a beggar also it will go away. The living beings are eternal. And we say death is an equalizer. Whether you die in your palace or you die on the street, you died. That's it. Finished. The living beings are eternal. So we should think time is running out in my life. It's very short time, and I have to attain the perfection of life. So let me increase, like Prabhupada says, that accelerate my devotional service. Time and tide wait for no man, like that. Accelerate. How much more I can chant, and not just quantity, quality. How I can chant every mantra. Jai Nitai Prabhu was saying how in the beginning when we come to Krishna consciousness, we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are chanting with so much feeling, it's new. And after some time, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, 16 rounds done, might be back on like that. So every mantra is like, we should chant with attention. Every mantra with feeling. Like that. It's not about a task to be done with. So I think Radhanath Maharaj was saying, if you just want to get your rounds done, yes, Krishna will help you fulfill that desire to get your rounds done, but you will not get any taste. So also, when we do bhakti, we have to give up our material desires, otherwise the advancement will be very slow. Because, you're doing, but you've not removed the anchor. That's why it is said. You have to give up everything that is not favorable for bhakti. And otherwise, you can't move ahead, even though you're trying. So, of course, Krishna only helps to give up everything. Without Krishna's mercy, we can't give up any anarthas. But we have to have a strong desire. We can desire. That's the only thing we can do. And then with Krishna reciprocates with our desire. Everything is reciprocation of Krishna with our desires. So material desires, yes, material world has been created to fulfill material desires. So Krishna is reciprocating with our desires. The living beings are eternal and they have their eternal need. If one engages only in caring for the necessities of the body, not caring for the eternal necessities of life, then is part of a civilization whose advancement puts the living entities in the darkest region of ignorance. Jada Vidya Mayar Vaibhav, Tumar Bhajane Bada. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that as one becomes too much enamored by this material existence, you get into, it creates an obstacle. He's part of a civilization whose advancement puts the living entities in the darkest region of ignorance. If one simply cares, sleeping in the darkest region, one does not get any refreshment, but rather gradually becomes fatigued. You become exhausted with this repeated cycle of birth and death and all the struggles. So becoming exhausted is very good, because then you can say, yes, now I have tried everything, it doesn't work. I just serve Krishna. I'm exhausted. And material nature makes you work very hard. Right? The more you want to enjoy in this material world, you have to work hard. And he invents many processes. Of course, in Krishna consciousness also there is hard work. But that hard work will give a superior destination and also it gives happiness, that hard work. He invents many processes to adjust this fatigue condition, but he fails and thus remains confused. So many schemes and so many things are there to adjust this, but he remains baffled, confused. The only path for mitigating this fatigue in the struggle for existence is the path of devotional service or the path of Krishna consciousness. Like we say, Happy Friday. Nobody likes Monday, but nobody says Happy Monday, Happy Friday, because you have become tired after, working, and not so much for IT people because they are just sitting in, but for those who have a job and they have to stand and do surveys, they have become fatigued. They are looking forward to the weekend where they can enjoy. So, of course, and sleep more like that. And then again, the cycle repeats on Monday. So like that, it goes like that. So we get few days off, we think. But why not all days off? Chutti, right? In the spiritual world, that is play. What is that? Chutti. Amamira Prabhu was saying. So those who have taken up Krishna consciousness full time, for them it's chutti always. Because they are fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness. You don't have to deal with all the politics at work and all those things. The only path for mitigating his fatigue and struggle for existence is the path of devotional service or the path of Krishna consciousness. Of course, there can be politics everywhere, but yeah, if you are Krishna conscious, it doesn't matter where you are. You can be Krishna conscious in any situation. So yeah, if you want to reduce, we become exhausted by this. Material nature makes us exhausted. So old age, disease and death. And so then we have to take to the path of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so it's 8:30. We'll stop here. Thank you very much for your association.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Any comments?
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Hare